Okay, no glitchy this morning. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 and thank you, thank you, thank you. This is Matthew. This is MattTv Facebook Live. It's a overcast, going to be a rainy day here on the south coast in White Rock, British Columbia, and I think we are, yeah, we're good to go. We're good to go. So, anyone who's ever seen MattTv before knows it's just me sitting down with some notes. I started writing these notes watching last night's ball game. Yes, playoffs are underway. Some exciting baseball, great football. We're going to talk about all that in a couple of moments. But first, just to tell you what the weather is like out here. Overcast today. We are expecting showers on and off throughout the day, and then sunshine for Saturday, Sunday, and then back into rain on Monday. Currently, well, not currently, it's probably 10, 11 degrees, but it's only going to get up to about 13 degrees today. Woodstock, I saw this in the forecast, AccuWeather forecast for the Woodstock area. Rain, snow showers. If you are in the Woodstock area, in the Maritimes, it could be more widespread than that, but are you in an area where you're seeing rain, snow showers today? 5 degrees. I think the sunshine returns tomorrow, if that's correct. Please fill in the blanks. Great ball game last night, an unbelievable ball game last night in Atlanta. And here's what the weather, game two between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Atlanta Braves goes tonight. The weather in Atlanta today, oh, that's why the weather's so nice. They're in Atlanta, Georgia, which is where game two is. The weather there today, sunshine, clear skies, obviously, and 39 degrees. Simon, welcome to the broadcast. Sunshine, 39 degrees today in Atlanta, Georgia, for a ball game time tonight. Clear skies and about 19 degrees, so a beautiful day in Atlanta, Georgia. At least the fans, at least they have sunshine today because they were on the losing end of game one last night. Amazing game. I'm watching the St. Louis Cardinals, Atlanta Braves, game one, flipping back and forth between the Seahawks and the Rams game, which was amazing. We're going to talk about that in just a couple of moments. But here's how the end of the game, this is the tail end of the game that I saw, and the St. Louis Cardinals are just, they're so dangerous. They're such a dangerous team. Game one, best of five. And here's my first question. For those that like sports, whether they're playing 162 games in Major League or 82 games with NHL and maybe 16 games in the NFL, when you get to the playoffs, except for football, you can't have like a best of five or best of seven in football. It's whoever has the best game on that day advances, yes? But what would you rather see, a best of five or a best of seven? I know in baseball, that first round, it's a best of five. I don't like that. I don't approve of the best of five in anything. So what are your thoughts on that? Best of five or best of seven? Here we go. Top of the ninth. The Cardinals are up. They make the score 7-3. 7-3 going into the bottom of the ninth. They're in Atlanta, so Atlanta has last bat, 2 home runs, 3 runs driven in. It's now 7-6. 7-6 with 2 out. I can't remember the guy's name, but the third out was a batter who called strike three. And when I see that in baseball, I always think of our coach, Mr. McElwain, who was always, if it's close, you're swinging. If it's close, you're swinging. This guy obviously didn't have Mr. McElwain as a coach because he didn't swing. Called third strike. St. Louis takes game one in Atlanta. Pretty quiet at the stadium last night. And Atlanta game two goes tonight. So that's in baseball. Just staying with sports, but outside of the sporting venue, everyone has seen, and they do this every year, Sidney Crosby and Nate McKinnon get together and they do commercials for Tim Hortons. And you've probably seen this commercial many, 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 many times where Nate and Sidney Crosby are on the Zamboni. But there's one scene where they show a wide shot, and it is clearly not Sidney Crosby driving the Zamboni. I get it. You don't want him, but they couldn't find a stunt double. That resembled the size of Sidney Crosby. It looks like it's the actual Zamboni driver. The guy, it's his, and he's like, I'll let you borrow this, but I have to be in the commercial. I have to be Sidney Crosby's stunt double. Bad editing. bad editing. Yesterday, in my left eye, I had a stray eyelash. It wasn't the same color as the rest of them. It was like a gray eyelash, and it was growing straight down. I was getting afraid that every time I blinked, I was going to stab myself in the eyeball. So I had to grabbed a pair of tweezers and plucked a single eyelash out of my eyelid, and realized that is one of the most sensitive areas to pluck a hair. So the question to you is, I just told you mine, if you have to pluck an eyelash, be prepared for instant watering of the eyes. Maybe you've never plucked a hair from your body in your life. Very sensitive area, the eyelid. Dude Meadows. Everyone has seen Dude Meadows from last April to right now. I think Dude Meadows looks the best that it's ever looked. I love the bleached look of the hair and the beard. That's all I'm going to say about that. Love Dude Meadows. Miss you, dude. Love you, man. I just love you so much. Here's something I wrote down a couple of days ago. I'm not one of the individuals who goes out and buys sugary cereal. I'm an adult. I like to be in control of how many spoonfuls of sugar I'm going to put on my own cereal. But I'm not a big fan. I went and bought some Special K, the 2019 Special K. The flakes are too big. I would really like Special K to come back with the late 70s Special K, where the flakes were just a little bit smaller. Please bring back the late 70s Special K. I had a couple really quick WTF moments last night. Like within seconds, I had two WTF moments. The first one is about 8:35 last night. 8:35 last night, watching the Seahawks-Rams game. There was an interception with 2:08 left in the game. It's probably one of the best interceptions you will ever see. I was like, WTF! And then 30 seconds later, they went into a commercial with Danny DeVito doing commercials for QuickBooks, and I was like, WTF? Like just from high to low, WTF, back to back. I was flipping through channels last night, and I know I'm just cruising along here right now. It's a Friday morning. I hope you have a great Friday. Hope you have a great weekend. This is Matthew. This is MattTv, Facebook Live, and I think I'm going to start uploading these videos to YouTube. You know, just for something to do. Just for something to do. Flipping through channels last night, and I came across a really dark comedy. Came across a dark comedy last night. What was it? Oh, it was Hannity. It was Hannity on Fox News. That guy, he just makes me laugh. He really makes me laugh. If you want a dark comedy that's kind of real, because it is, watch Hannity on Fox News. Here's something I like to call Just Google It. I'm just going to give you some phrases, and you can do some more research if you so choose. This is on the CBC. They actually did a hidden camera investigation. The CBC got inside one of these overseas tech support call centers, and they're a complete scam. They're a complete scam. If someone calls you telling you that they need to fix one of your mobile devices or one of your electronic devices, there's a good chance that they're a bunch of scammers. If you have a problem, take it in somewhere so you can physically see this individual, because back in 2018, these scammers took $850,000 from Canadians, which was down compared to 2017, where these scammers, these fraudsters, took $1.3 million away from Canadians. So we're learning, but if you have a problem with any of your electronic devices, take it to someone. If someone calls you on the phone and says that you have a problem with one of your mobile devices and you have no idea who they are, it's probably a scam. Check it out on the CBC, probably Marketplace or one of their investigative stories, but good on them. They actually, it took months, but they convinced one of the employees of this call center to wear a camera, something the police could not do. So just Google it. Just Google it. The National has been doing a series all week long called Face to Face, and they have taken 20 undecided Canadian voters, and they've had 5 minutes to sit down with the federal leaders of the Conservative Party, the Liberal Party, NDP, and the Green Party. Last night, in the fourth and final show of Face to Face, was NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, and it's the fourth final series. That's all I wanted to say. But you can see that on the CBC. The fourth show was last night, but if you really want to be entertained, Try and find the episode, and it'll be up on the CBC on their Gem or streaming or however they deliver their stories. Marcus Harvey, the unofficial mayor of Majorville, Marcus Harvey was on there speaking with the federal Conservative leader Andrew Scheer. So good stuff, good stuff. This is something that's stirring up some controversy. The latest movie with Joaquin Phoenix. I think Joaquin Phoenix is one of the most brilliant actors of our time. Like, some of the things that he's done is just amazing stuff. I don't think he gets enough credit for his acting ability. But the latest movie that he's in, called Joker, not The Joker, just Joker, comes with a lot of controversy, and you can read all about that. Like I said, just Google it. Are you a fan of Joaquin Phoenix? I know Tom McNicholas, I believe, had a post up yesterday where he went and saw Joker. So I would just like your thoughts. It's in theaters now. It's in theaters now. So if you're a fan of Joaquin Phoenix, you can check out his latest performance in Joker. We're doing a segment here called Just Google It. Epic car conversions. There is a Toronto businessman, an entrepreneur by the name of Davinder Singh. And he wanted an electric vehicle, but they were just way too expensive. $100,000 for an electric vehicle. So what he is doing, he is now converting internal combustion engines to 100% electric vehicles. He's just doing it himself. I think so far they've done like 40 vehicles, some high-end vehicles, but definitely something to Google. And this guy here, Jim Moss, I like his idea of working less hours in the week. But you might want to Google this. His name is Jim Moss, and he has a great job title, but you can figure that out on your own when you punch in these key words: Jim Moss, Plasticity Labs in Kitchener, Ontario. What he's doing is a great... yes, I'm glad that... Yeah, I mean, the Special K back in the day, I just love it. I love the smaller flakes. I don't know. They're too big. They're too big now. I just not a big fan of the new Special K. Not a big fan. Going to end the show here. I got to get ready to go to work. The sun hasn't even come up, but it's approaching 7 o'clock here in the West Coast. We're expecting overcast conditions and some rain, snow showers, and cooler temperatures. Is that correct? It's just all over the place. Maybe getting up to 13 degrees here today, 5 degrees in the Woodstock area, 39 in Atlanta, Georgia. Out of those three, where would you rather be? I'll take the West Coast. Oh, thank you. On this date, October 4th, back in 1535. 1535. I remember it like it was yesterday. On this date, October 4th, 1535, the printing of the first English language Bible was finished in London. On this date, 1669, Dutch painter Rembrandt passes away. And it was on this date here, in 1957, the Soviet Union put Sputnik into orbit. It had an altitude of 902 kilometers, not 902. See how I corrected myself? Because that's the correct way to say numbers. 902 kilometers, traveling at 29,000 kilometers an hour. It weighed 83 kilograms, which is about 183 pounds, and was only 58 centimeters thick. Only 58 centimeters thick. I know people, and it seems like their dome is like 58 centimeters thick. Number 45. Number 45. Okay, my time is up. That's all I got. That's all I have. I like to keep the shows short. Because I know, like myself, a lot of people don't have a very long attention span. And I can only keep them here so long. So thank you for the live views. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for hanging out on a Friday. I'm glad that we were able to hang out just for a few moments. Have a great weekend. This is Matthew. We'll be back in here Monday, Wednesday, Friday of next week, 6:30 a.m. Pacific, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Facebook Live. Going to start uploading these, I believe, to YouTube. Just for something to do. Just for something to do. Mother, love you, miss you. We'll see you in July for Mike's wedding. Yes? Okay, my name is Matthew. This is MattTv. Now and always, from sea to sea.